Life Ginger, and welcome back to a brand new video. I asked in my last video which album you wanted me to review next with Kanye, so I did a Twitter poll, and overwhelmingly, you stated that I should review The Life of Pablo next. So I know the job had to be done, and it's going to be done by no longer than I'm Life Ginger, so let's get into the video. The Life of Pablo is an album of Kanye's that came out on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2016, which contains 20 songs beginning with Ultralight Beam, ending with St. Pablo. In this video, I will go over 5 of Kanye's good songs, probably 5 of his best songs, and I'll go through some of the weaker songs on this album. Before I continue, I want to say this video is strictly my opinion, and there will be songs in this video that I consider to be top 5 or bad, and you may or may not agree with me on it. However, this first song that I talk about, which I consider to be top 5, I don't think there will be any disagreements for the most part, and that is St. Pablo. St. Pablo is a song that is over 6 minutes long. This is the outro of The Life of Pablo. What I love about St. Pablo is that it's a very storytelling track. The story Kanye is telling is very easy to follow and is very relatable in my opinion. He's keeping it real on this track throughout the whole song. He isn't bragging at all, but he's just keeping it real and telling the truth. He goes on about how the media perceives him as being out of control and crazy, and talks about his money problems and his problems with his family and people in general. It's a different yay you get from most songs, and it's really refreshing in my opinion and different. The song has some religious undertones as well, which I don't mind at all because I'm a very religious person myself. The religious undertones are found in the chorus of the song, which is done by the artist that goes by Sampha. Speaking of the chorus is a really beautiful and deep chorus. The line that goes by, "Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering whether God's gonna say hi," is really powerful, which I think is describing Kanye's relationship with being a Christian, or at least I think. Kanye at times in his life has either been absent from religious life and has come back and wonder if God is going to wait for him or if he's turned his back, or Kanye has always been very religious but has had doubts in his life if God is really there or not, if he exists or not. I believe the chorus is one of those two interpretations, but correct me if I'm wrong, which I definitely could be. Sampha does a really beautiful and amazing job on the chorus, and I'm surprised I didn't know about him until the song came out. Overall, this is one of the songs on The Life of Pablo that I listen to the most, and I haven't gotten tired of tuning into this day. It's an excellent outro to The Life of Pablo, and possibly one of the best Kanye outros that Kanye has, period. The next one I want to discuss, and I don't think there will be any argument about this place in my top 5 The Life of Pablo songs, is Ultralight Beam. Ultralight Beam is the intro to The Life of Pablo and is a song that is over 5 minutes long that features Chance the Rapper, Kelly Price, and The Dream. The intro of this song is a perfect segue to the actual song. The first verse is done by Kanye and is very slow to match up with the beat, which is a very slow beat as well. It's very beautiful and touching. The line, "Pray for Paris, pray for the parents," still gives me chills to this day, the way Kanye delivers it. This is another song that proves if you didn't think Kanye could sing, he can definitely sing. He does a really good job on this song singing with his vocals. Overall, I think the first verse of the song is beautiful and it sets up the rest of the song very well. The chorus is amazing as well, and it also gives me chills. A lot of things in the song gives me chills. The chorus is really strong and beautiful. For verse 2, the mix of Kelly Price in the chorus is really strong and excellent. I love the religious undertones in this song. They are really present from beginning to end. It sounds like another song where Kanye is trying to keep his faith, but he's questioning God. The lines, "So why send oppressions, not blessings? Why, oh why do you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it makes you feel so strong." Sounds like he is questioning God. Maybe that's just me and I misinterpreted a line by Kelly Price. Also, how could I forget the verse by Chance the Rapper? If you came to listen to rap in the song, you may as well skip the song until you get to Chance the Rapper because his flow is really quick compared to the rest of the song. And it's honestly a really good verse and his flow is very good. The song overall is probably one of the best intros to a Kanye album. I believe it's probably up there with Dark Fantasy in my opinion from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I wouldn't say this song is perfect, but it's near perfect. The next song I'm going to discuss, which is in my top 5 The Life of Pablo songs, is No More Parties in LA. No More Parties in LA is a song that is over 6 minutes long that features the legendary Kendrick Lamar, being the only Kendrick Lamar feature on any Kanye West album ever. The song begins with an intro by Johnny Guitar Watson and Junie Morrison, which is a really good and catchy which is really good and catchy, and then transitions to Kanye rapping and ends up with Kendrick Lamar rapping. Kendrick Lamar goes off in the song and raps really quickly, which is hard to keep up with at times. But he is spitting. The beat is really catchy, and I really love the sampling of the song as well. The Los Angeles one and Shake That Body, Party That Body are really excellent and catchy samples. However, these parts of the song are really great. My favorite part of the song is Kanye's verse. Sorry, Kendrick Lamar fans, but Ye outdoes Kendrick here, in my opinion. It's a really long verse with a lot of amazing bars. My favorite bar being, she brace herself and hold my stomach. Good dick will do that. She keeps pushing me back. Good dick will do that. The chorus is also really great and the beat is really good. This, like St. Pablo, is a Life of Pablo song that I put on repeat and never get tired of. The way Kanye raps so confidently adds to the song as well and makes it better. I also think Kendrick Lamar was the perfect feature for the song as well. When you think of The Life of Pablo, I believe this is one of the first songs that I think of. The next song I want to talk about is a song that you probably assumed would make the list somewhere, and it in fact made the list, and the song is Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. This song barely makes top 5 for me because even though it's a great song, it's barely over 2 minutes long, but the 2 minutes of the song go hard in my opinion. The best and most memorable part of the song is, of course, the beat drop around 30 seconds into the song. It's probably the best beat drop in a Kanye song ever, and I'm not overreacting. It's just simply amazing. The feature in the song is perfect as well, which is Kid Cudi, and the vocals in this song are beautiful, and so is the choirs. When you start to enjoy the song is over. That's the only problem I have with it. However, it's still top 5 Life of Pablo worthy in my opinion, but it barely cracks it. I also love the pastor in the beginning saying, "You're the only power." That in the choir is the perfect segue into the song and ultimately the beat drop. This is another song that I like to put on repeat and never get sick of it. It reminds me of the summertime and sport compilations. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Overall, when you have Ultralight being followed by Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, you're setting up the album to be excellent. The final song in my top 5 Kanye songs is the song Waves that features Chris Brown. The song is beautiful. The beat is probably the best beat on The Life of Pablo, being up there with Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. It's just an excellent, beautiful beat to listen to. It reminds me of a hot summer day on the beach. It's truly an amazing beat that Kanye crafted here. Also, the feature is perfect for the song, which is Chris Brown. He has the perfect voice for the song, and his vocals are excellent. This song barely cracks the top 5, though, because there aren't many lyrics to this song. It's mostly Chris Brown and the beat carrying the song. Kanye doesn't really say much in the song, and his short verse isn't that memorable, but it does add to the vibe of the song, which is an excellent, beautiful vibe. Just a really relaxing and pleasant song to listen to if you're feeling anxious and need to calm down. Overall, the song is a great song, from the beat, the vocals, to the feature of Chris Brown. It's a gorgeous song that makes my top 5 The Life of Pablo songs. Next, I want to discuss an honorable mention or two. The first song I want to discuss is Famous, which features Rihanna. When I think of the Life of Pablo album, one of the first songs I think of is Famous. Not necessarily because it's one of the best songs of the album, but because of the legendary line Kanye delivers in the first verse of the song. In his verse, "To all the Southside censor that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor still may have sex. Why I made that bitch famous." That line is classic. You know it got under Taylor Swift's skin. The Rihanna feature is really good as well. I really enjoyed her feature here. Kanye's verse are really fire as well and enjoyable. He sounds really confident when he's rapping. The beat is really good too. I think what weighs down the song for me is the second half of the song. I just think the bam, bam, bam part goes on for way too long. It's really repetitive. I do like it. I'm guessing most of you like it too, but it goes on for way too long. This is probably my 6th favorite song on the album and just misses the top 5. It's a really good song, but there isn't much lyrically going on in the second half of the song, and I do find the song to be a bit overrated because of that. It's a similar problem to Waves, in my opinion. I find both songs to be good, but at the same time, I don't think they're among the best songs on the album and are a little overrated. The next song I want to discuss is another honorable mention is Wolves, which features Vic, Mensa, and Sia. My favorite part of the song is the vocals between all 3 of the artists I previously listed. Kanye's verses are pretty good too, and I love the bridge by Vic, Mensa, and the second verse by Sia. The vocals in the background are very catchy, the ones that are sounding like wolves. They sound really good. I really like the sound of Kanye's first verse too. It's pretty auto-tuned, but I do enjoy the auto-tune usage here. The way Kanye delivers his lines are very catchy as well. I really like how slowly he delivers each line. This is a song that I used to skip a lot on The Life of Pablo, but looking back, I don't know why I did. It's one of the better songs on The Life of Pablo. One of my favorite parts of the song is Sia's verse. She has a really great voice and her vocals in the song are excellent. It's definitely not a skippable song for me anymore after I actually took time to listen to it. It's my 7th favorite song on the whole album. I also really like the drums that play at certain times in the song. They go really hard in my opinion and I enjoy them. The beat is really good too, but that's not what carries the song in my opinion. It's what each artist brings to the table, and each artist brings something good to the table. The last honorable mention is probably a guilty pleasure for me. It's the song Fade that features Rare Earth, Ty Dolla $ign, and the legendary Post Malone. I've looked at other people's worst of best songs in the life of Pablo, and most people have the song towards the bottom of their list. My favorite parts of the song are the sample being used and the beat. It's a really cool beat in my opinion, and same goes with the sample. I like the build-up of the song as well. It takes a while for the song to build up, but once you get to the actual rap, it's pretty good. The sample being used here is very catchy when on top of the beat. I like Ty Dolla $ign and Post Malone's verse in the song as well. Sadly, this is the only song of Kanye's that has a Post Malone feature. I wish there were more, but that is it. There's not much more I can say about the song, but it's my last honorable mention of the video. The Life of Pablo is probably one of Kanye's best albums in the last 10 years, if not the best album. It's one of Kanye's longest albums to date, beginning with Ultra Light Beam and ending with St. Pablo, which is a total of 20 songs. It took a long time for this album to fully release, but once it fully released, millions and millions of people were in for a treat. Before I give this album a rating and if you made it this far in this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a like and comment and maybe even share with your friends. I really enjoyed making these videos, but it means nothing to me if nobody's watching them. Thank you for getting my last video, which is Kanye West's The Graduation Reaction 100 views. The support means a lot to me. As long as I get more views on this video than the last, I'll feel like I really accomplished something. Anyway, let's get back to the video. If I had to give this album a rating out of 10, I would give it between an 8 and an 8.5 out of 10, leaning more towards an 8. This album has very amazing songs such as Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, Ultra Light Beam, St. Pablo, No More Parties in LA. But there are more skippable songs in here, such as the sketch and the song Facts is a skippable song in my opinion. The problem with having a 20-song album is that you're gonna have a few duds in there. And there are a few duds in the life of Pablo. If it was a way shorter album, I think I would give it a higher ranking than an 8 probably. Anyway, thank you for everyone for tuning into my newest video, Kanye West, The Life of Pablo reaction. Please comment down below what Kanye West album you'd like to see me review next. I will also be doing a Twitter poll asking what album you would like to see me do next. Whatever album gets the most votes, I will react to next. Once I'm done with all of Kanye's albums, I will review and react to other artists' albums. So leave a comment down below if you like on what other artist's album you like to see me listen to, and I'll get to it once I can. Thank you for all watching, and remember to stay hydrated.